What's going on, guys? My name is Tommy. Welcome back to the channel. It's time for round 3 of 4 of my cat meowing. And also, our second edition Advanced Player's Guide class playtest. So there's a class called the Investigator, right? I never really liked it in first edition. It felt like a bad alchemist or a bad rogue. In second edition, as often has been the case for things I didn't like, yeah, it's real good now. I'm really excited about this one. If you're liking what you're seeing, like, subscribe, and ding that bell. I know I just shouted him out recently, but this one's brought to you in part by Buffalo, because he'll be playing an Alchemist Investigator in Age of Ashes. Anyway, here we go. Okay, so in first edition, again, the Alchemist was a really good class. The Rogue was a really good class. The Investigator, not really so much a class that I enjoyed playing. People play them, people like them. There are some archetypes that are good. The Empiricist can get some stuff done with their int, but they always kind of felt to me, like the same way the War Priest did, this class doesn't really do a lot of unique stuff on its own. In second edition, the Investigator is an int-based 8 hit point class with expert perception, reflex, and will, automatically trained in society, 1 or more skills determined by its investigative field, that's a fun one, and 6 more. All of them get a brand new ability, which is probably the most hilarious thing I've ever seen in my life. Take the case. Harvey Birdman fans out there at all? Yeah, that's all I can hear. Once per 10 minutes, an investigator spends 1 minute to establish a case that they're going to pursue. This is usually a single creature, item, or small location, and that gives them a +1 circumstance bonus on whatever check involved with that. +1 to all the things. At least determined by the GM, typically perception plus int, whiz, and chaw skills. You can only have 1 open case at a time, and you can share this with Clue In as a reaction once per 10 minutes when another creature tries to step on your toes, basically. And for our subclasses, our methodology, first one we've got is Alchemical Sciences, which gets you trained in crafting and the alchemical crafting skill feat, and gives you formulas for extra alchemical elixirs on top of that, kind of turning you into a baby alchemist. And it gives you a number of what are called versatile vials, equal to your int modifier, that you can quick tincture to turn into other stuff. It's like quick alchemy, but different, basically. Empiricism gets you trained in 1 int-based skill of your choice. Nice. And once per 10 minutes, you get a free Seek or Sense motive. Forensic Medicine gets you trained in medicine, and gets you Forensic Acumen, as well as Battle Medicine. When you use Battle Medicine, on a success, the target recovers an additional amount of HP equal to your level, and the target becomes temporarily immune for only an hour, not a day. But wait, what's Forensic Acumen? Well, it's a new skill feat, because there are 4 of them floating around in this book. Forensic Acumen says, you can perform a forensic examination of a body as described under Recall Knowledge in the medicine skill in half the normal amount of time it would take. If you succeed, you can attempt an immediate check to recall knowledge to follow up on something that you found with a +2 on it. This goes up to a 3 if you're master, a 4 if you're legendary. Flavorful and useful, I love it. The Investigator also gets Studied Strike, alongside the Study Suspect ability. For 1 action, once per round, attempt a perception check against the will DC of 1 creature. If this is the subject of your open case, it's a free action. On a crit success, all of your attacks against the target get a +1 circumstance till the end of this turn. On a success, only your next attack does. In addition to a +1 circumstance, you also get a d6 of precision damage with Studied Strike, assuming you're using an agile or finesse melee weapon, an agile or finesse unarmed attack, a ranged weapon, or a sap. This ticks up to 2, 3, 4, 5 at 5, 9, 13, 17. So as far as precision damage goes, I don't like this one as much out the gate because it requires you to pass a check. You could fail this. You could end up not getting what you wanted, and it costs you actions if it's not the thing that you're on the case about. Fortunately, there are a boatload of investigator feats that can allow you to switch out or react to change what you're on the case about. There's a lot of really cool investigator feats. This is probably number 2. This is probably right behind the Swashbuckler. Just gonna hit a couple feats real quick. First, Predictive Purchase for 2 actions. This feat has a cost. That cost is the price of the chosen item. Its requirement: you have not used this ability since the last time you were able to go to the store. You take 2 interact actions to remove your backpack, then draw from it an item you hadn't previously declared you purchased. Your character intuited that you would come to need the item and purchase it the last time they had the opportunity. The item must be a piece of adventuring gear or a consumable. It must be common. with a level no higher than half your level, and the bulk of the item must be low enough that carrying it would not have made you encumbered. But this is, I don't remember the name of the feat, but halflings got something similar. You also are suddenly carrying around a bag of weirdly appropriate items. Also, that allows you to react to the meta, even if that's just to break out some rope because you forgot. One more I gotta point out, because it's real dumb. Reason rapidly. For one action, make 5 recall knowledge actions. If you have any special abilities or free actions that would normally go off here, you can't use them for this, but that's 5 actions for the price of 1. How many times do you need to roll recall knowledge in a given encounter? What's that? What kind of room am I in? What are his weaknesses? What are her strengths? So on and so forth. Or even just 0.5 d20s. Of course, you're not necessarily taking the higher here at the same target. Odds are you're gonna roll pretty good. No, I don't know what those odds are. I'm not a math person. I'm sure someone in the comments will tell us if you roll 5d20 what the probability of hitting a 20 is, but thank y'all for watching. That's all the time we got for today. What do y'all think? Are we investigating? I think the class looks super fun. I got about 9 hours of games coming tomorrow, so we're gonna do the Oracle on Monday, but only one more, then we get to learn how to break these things. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see you next time.